Mitakiapi. In the Lakota way, we have a lot of interesting customs, and I would like to talk about a few of them. They involve pointing and waving and whistling. These are things that our ancestors didn't do. They didn't do these things. And the reason why is because we know from the animals that there are things right around us that we don't see, but they are there. The animals see them. And the animals hear them too. And the way some of these unseen things communicate sometimes sounds like a whistle. So if we were to be walking or sitting someplace and we hear a nice song and we start to whistle, we could be offending something that's unseen because maybe their language sounds like whistling. So when we are whistling, maybe they interpret that as offensive or something not healthy. And this could cause problems. When I was a teenager, I grew up in a little town of maybe 500 people or so. And there was a movie theater there, and sometimes they would get recent movies, or sometimes they would get movies that were older. And sometimes they would get obscure movies. But one time they were showing this movie, and I don't remember what it was about. I think it was about ghosts or something like that. It was one of these goofy kind of documentaries that, of course, are really common on TV today with the ghost hunters and all that nonsense. But back then, there was nothing like that on TV. And so my best friend and I, we went to see this movie because we had nothing to do. And it was really cheap to go to the movies that time. If you had $1, well, the ticket was like 35 cents and a bag of popcorn was maybe 15 cents. So you got 50 cents taken care of right there. And you can get a pickle, a big pickle. These are those really huge ones. Yeah, almost like a normal cucumber. Those kind of pickles for 25 cents and a soft drink. A reasonable sized soft drink for 25 cents. So for $1, you could have a good time at the movie theater. So we went to the movie theater and we were going to see this spooky show, and it wasn't really a spooky movie, but it was a documentary on ghosts. And they were talking about these different situations where they see certain things at certain times every night and so forth. And we were like, yeah, wow, that's not even scary. Jeez, really acting tough. we were probably like about 14 years old that time. And when the movie was over, see, my best friend, he lived on a different side of town than I did. So we could walk back together only up into a certain street corner, and then he would go left and I would continue going until I get home. But his way was all lit by street lamps, and there were houses and things like that. So it was not even scary for him, and plus there's people outside too. But where I lived, I had to go through an area where there's no houses. And the street lights were really far apart. And at that time, only the main street of this town was paved. All the other side streets were gravel roads. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's kind of like a dirt road, but a bunch of little rocks on top. You can't drive fast on a gravel road, otherwise you'll slide off the road. So I had to walk on this gravel road back to where I lived. And so I was walking and I got to enter this area where it's totally dark for 2 blocks. Yeah, and these were not short blocks either. And so I was walking, and I just told you that it's really not a good thing to whistle. Yeah, because if you whistle, I just saw a scary film. And if I start whistling, maybe I attract something scary. So I didn't want to whistle, yeah? Because you know how when you watch spooky movies, And a guy's walking out on the country road and he starts whistling around. And in the Lakota view of what I just told you, it's actually attracting something that might not be good. So, and I knew this, that you don't whistle. Well, so what I would do is I would start singing, yeah? And at that time, Kiss just was coming out, and there was this song called Rock and Roll All Night. So I'd be walking down the road and going, I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. And just go continue on and on and on and on. And this was in autumn time, okay? It's like maybe end of September, early October. No snow yet, but it's kind of cold, a little bit chilly. And as you're walking on the gravel road, it sounds like quick, 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 like that. So it's like your ears play tricks on you. It sounded like somebody was walking behind me. So I started to walk faster. I didn't want to turn around. Yeah. After seeing this film, I didn't want to turn around. So then as I walked a little bit faster, singing, I want to rock and roll all night. I was singing faster too. And then I saw the next street light coming up and some houses. I full speed ahead. I start running and really singing fast. I got to the street light and I was like, whew, I just made it through. And our house was very, very close to the street light. So I came in. I guess I must have looked really weird or something because my mom said, what's wrong with you? Yeah? What's the... It's like, oh, nothing. I just felt like taking a jog. It was just funny. Anyway, this is an experience of mine, and it shows that I didn't want to whistle because of this tradition. So we show respect to everything. In life, we show respect to everything, including ourselves, but also to things that we don't see. And they are there. As I said, we learn this from the animals. We get a lot of knowledge from animals. For example, from the buffalo people, we got our Tioshbai system. The buffalo people, when they first came, the way they organized was really interesting. In that there is no one leader. They run by councils, like a group of them. And when we saw this, when our ancestors saw this, they saw how it worked and how it was really nice. So we adopted the same system for our organization. So the Tioshbai we got from our Buffalo Nation relatives. And sometimes by watching animals, or in some cases even being able to speak with them, we get medicines for certain diseases. So we do not consider ourselves above the animals. We are all grandchildren of our grandmother Earth. That's not just humans. It's everything. It's the plants and all animals, that which moves and grows, rocks. All of it is all grandchildren of grandmother Earth. And it's not just native people, it's everybody, every human. Every human is a grandchild of our grandmother Earth. So when we say mitakuye oyasi, it's including everything. Everything in its natural state. So, not a banjo, okay? Don't be calling the banjo your brother. No. You can if you want to. There's always exceptions. But that's true. In the Lakota way, there are always exceptions to the rules. We are not dogmatic people. And what dogmatic means is it comes from the word dogma. Dogma is like when you say, there's only one way to do this, and I know that way, so I am right and you are wrong. And if you disagree with me, I will prove to you that you are wrong. And if you still disagree with me and you do not join me, then I must destroy you. This is what dogma creates. And this way of thinking is called duality, dualism. That's what this is. And you look at the world today, a lot of problems are caused by that. But anyway, getting back to what I was talking about, that we consider ourselves on the same level as all of creation, of all the animals, all the plants, everything. We are all on the same level. We are not above other things. The humans are not the most important creation. There's no race that is the chosen one. There's no such thing. We are all important. We all have something to offer to society. Whatever your talent is, when you do your talent, you are blessing everyone. You are blessing the people you work with. And this includes the things that we cannot see. When we say we are the grandchildren of our grandmother Earth, it also includes the creations that we cannot see with our human eyes. But the animals see it. They see it with their eyes. Watch your cat. If you have a cat, watch it. I used to have one when I lived in South Dakota, and we had a stairway towards the middle of the house going to the basement. And in the evening times, I would be sitting there holding my cat, and my cat is enjoying me petting him and so forth. And then all of a sudden, he starts looking down the stairs. And he's like, hey, something got his attention. At first, I thought maybe it's a mouse, yeah? Because this guy was a really good mouser. And if it was a mouse, he would have went right for it and got it and brought it up. But you know it wasn't, because he would look up. Yeah, he would look up towards the ceiling and go, huh, like, wow. But he wasn't scared. Yeah. And so I was like, gee, don't be doing that. You're freaking me out. Walk around the house turning all the lights on. But see, animals do see things that we don't see. Their eyes can see more than we can. So we know there are unseen things. So the way we communicate, we have to be considerate of these unseen things too. So this is why we don't whistle, because some of these things, the way they speak sounds like whistles. We don't wave or point, because if we're pointing at something, we might say, oh, look at that funny looking guy over there. Hey. No, I'm just kidding. No, if we say, oh, look at that rabbit standing over there, and we point over there, there might be something else in that same direction. And that unseen person might find it offensive that we are pointing. They might think we're pointing at them, and they might take that as an insult or something unhealthy. So for this reason, we don't point at things, and we don't wave either. So when somebody's standing at a distance and you come out of Walmart with your brand new t-shirts and sweats and your tennis shoes, and you're looking for your car, and your wife is sitting outside in the car. I don't know why she's sitting out there, gee. And come you left her in the car. Man, these are really no good. No, let's say she finished shopping early, so she's sitting out in the car waiting for you to hurry up and try on your XXX t-shirts and your XXX sweats and hurry up and pay for it and come out. So here you come and you forget, where the heck is my car at anyway? So then you're looking around, and meanwhile she's sitting in a car and she's going, hey, what's wrong with that guy? Hey. So then your wife gets out of the car and she's standing there. And she's saying, hey, hey. And then you go, ah. And then you wave at her. There you are. Then you start going in that direction. This is where a mistake just happened. That there might be something standing between you and your wife, And that person may see that as an insult. So this is why we don't wave at people. This is why we don't point at people. So, long time ago, Lakota people, when they say something like, where does so-and-so live? Hey, he lives over there, over there. And then he's pointing with his lips. He's saying, over there, there, over there, right there. He's pointing with his lips. But when you think about that today, it must be really difficult, yeah, because we all have to wear masks, and so we're trying to point with our lips, and nobody knows which way we're pointing because we're wearing masks. Shoot, maybe we should put little blinker lights on our masks, yeah. So when somebody says, "Where's that guy live?" or "Where's this store?" So you have a switch, and if it's to the left of you, then you click your left mask blinker light. Put an arrow there, yeah. That's what we might have to do now. Gee, I just gave away $1 million idea. That's how generous I am. Hey. Shoot. I just thought I'd share that with you. Thank you for listening, and be healthy. Yeah, stay safe and love one another. Tekichi hilapo. Whatever you do, do it on love. I'll see you in the next video. Dog sha ake. To learn more about Lakota spirituality, I have written a book called Wichocha Otechike. This book also includes Lakota Star Knowledge information. All the videos that I make, which are about Lakota spirituality, Lakota Star Knowledge, and cultural information, are based on this book. This book costs 99 American dollars, and this price includes the shipping cost as well as a tracking number. And to learn more about Lakota language, I have written a Lakota language book called Shonte Etaha Owoglake, Speaking from the Heart. And all my Lakota language videos are based on this book. This book cost 119 American dollars, and this price includes the shipping cost as well as a tracking number. I also teach online, and I give spiritual consultations as well. The price for these sessions are $35 American an hour. If you are interested in any of my services and products, you can send payment via PayPal to my email address, which is hehaka7@yahoo.com. That's HEHAKA, the number 7@yahoo.com. And also include your shipping address and your email address when you send your payment. Lila Pilamayelo, thank you very much.